Again guys, how are we all doing? Good to see you all again. We are now here on week 3 of the weight loss course in Uckfield, Lose It for Good at the Health Boutique. So what I'm going to do is give you a quick update on what we had a chat about in the session just gone this week. Now, we were speaking about protein and the necessity for protein in your diet. Now, protein is probably one of the most essential parts that we can have in our diet because it is used to make, develop and grow everything from our fingernails to the hair on your head. Although mine's a little bit grey, as you can see there now. Anyway, so you need it in your diet. But also, what a lot of people don't realise is that you actually need the protein in your diet to create enzymes. Now, for those of you that don't know what enzymes are effectively like little Pac-Man. Little beasties inside your body. They're little enzymes or quaternary protein structures that actually digest your food, produce energy, and even help with nerve conduction or create nerve conduction. So if you haven't got enough protein in your diet, these enzymes can't be rebuilt. What can happen is that if you're that deficient on protein, these enzymes could be broken down and used for energy in a process called deamination, or as they break down or they fall apart, what you might find is that if you haven't got enough protein, then they won't be replaced. And if they can't be replaced, how can we be expected to have energy, to feel good, and to even digest food properly as we should do? Because you see, when you eat, the digestion process starts as soon as in your mouth. We have a little chemical in there, or an enzyme in there, called amylase. And amylase actually starts to work on breaking down the carbohydrates, the starches, the moment you chew the food and it goes into your mouth. Then as it passes down into your stomach, you have other enzymes that work in there. And then when it gets into your gut and your intestines, there's even more in there. So if we're deficient and we don't have enough protein in our diet, then these enzymes aren't going to be able to work properly. If there's not enough protein in there as well, when we exercise, our muscles won't grow as they should do. And I don't mean like Arnold Schwarzenegger-esque big muscles. I mean just your basic level of protein and muscle that's in your body. Because I mean, your basic metabolism isn't just created by your organs and your brain and your heart. It's actually the tissue in your body at rest, and that is muscle. And the more muscle you have, not necessarily size, but density, so lots of it, but not creating much space, or using much space, is what creates your metabolism. So let's hypothesize this. You've gone on a crash diet, or you've yo-yo dieted for many, many, many years. You've gone up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, many of the great weight loss guru companies out there, which I'm not allowed to mention, they actually used to persecute you almost for eating too much protein. Whether it was points, whether it was scoring, whatever it may be, you'd find that most of the foods that are high in protein tended to be very high on their scoring. Therefore, you couldn't eat much of them. So, bearing in mind what I've just said, if you don't have enough protein in your system, you've yo-yo dieted up and down and not had enough protein, your body's going to have leached the protein it needs from those muscles. So your metabolism is going to have gone up from there, down to there, down to there, down to there, and along with it, the calories that you can burn. And how many of you out there have been on a diet, in inverted commas, because I don't believe in diets, because you don't need diets, but how many of you out there have eaten exactly the same food for about a year, 2 years? You've done nothing different. You have not changed your exercise, you've not changed your eating, but your weight has gradually crept up. I bet there's probably quite a few of you out there that's done that. And you know why? Because the muscle in your body has gone down and down and down. Metabolism has gone down and down and down. So therefore you need less and less and less food to keep yourself at the same state. Let's think about some of these famous celebrities who only eat 600 calories a day. I mean, that's just insane. Absolutely insane. They can have very, very, very little muscle in their body, But the thing is, if they're eating 600 calories now and wasting muscle, how much are they going to have to eat in 5 years' time, because you certainly can't function on anything less than that. I mean, really, you can't really function properly on anything less than about 1,200 calories. So, that's enough of my soapbox about the protein. What are ways that we can get protein into our diet? Well, this is what I talk a lot more about on the course. There's great food supplements out there, something like Herbalife, for example. We've got ways that we can eat meats, we can eat nuts, seeds, we can eat soya-based products, we can have beans, we can have lentils. There's a rich array of ways that we can get protein into our diet. So guys, if you want to know more and you want to know how you can lose weight but actually eat more, get that protein in you, then email me or visit the website at www.thehealthboutiqueuckfield.com and email us on the Lose It For Good site, or even email me at helpme@thehealthboutiqueuckfield.com. Guys, it's been a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you all again.